let's talk about it, about your life, about your experiences, and what's more, many more topics like your research, the doctrine you are doing now, and about this conference we are organizing together. But let me ask you how you doing now, and what about the COVID situation first of all, because I know that it's such a serious thing in the Latin world too.
Okay, thank you so much for asking and for having me here. Well, I can
You are,
say that, thank you. I can say that in Latin America, especially in Colombia, the vaccination process has been delayed and not really successful as we expected, but we are doing well. We are just with some restrictions, and I guess in Europe and in North America things are better, but we are in a pandemic. So yeah, it's not much different from last year. We are in a lockdown, but we are just getting the best out of it.
I'm asking it because I was thinking about it must be a lockdown too. I didn't know it, but now I know it. But let me ask you the long-term effects of COVID-19 in your field of study. What do you think about it? Because I'm pretty sure about it that you can work online, you can, do your researches online. What do you think about it? What is your experience?
Okay, well, we are humanistic, so our field of study needs to be face to face, especially when we are learning another language. So it has been complicated teaching another language, a foreign language, through this social media or just by other means different from talking, explaining, and seeing everybody's faces has been a really high challenge, but um, I guess connection and all the means we have now facilitates a bit the process, but we are just looking forward to return to normality.
Let's
And
work
yeah,
together. Yeah.
yeah.
And, and please tell me in your own words, when did you start dealing with the English as a foreign language doctrine? I suggest there must be a life-changing moment in everyone's life when they find that way, that path that they would like to take.
All right. Yes. Let's start by saying that I was in secondary school when I was having kind of some issues with the second language, yes, with English. So I
Oh.
didn't feel confident, I didn't feel good, and I just got in an academy. And
Mhm.
there, the way they explain things, the way they teach was different,
Mhm.
and I was really learning. So I realized that it was not just me or a problem that I had, but the way English was taught to me. So yeah, and that was the moment when I kind of fell in love with languages and with yeah, accents, and with meeting new people from all over the world.
Okay, tell me exactly when did you fall in love with English language exactly? How old you were?
I was kind of young. I was a teenager, probably, yes, around 12, 13 years old.
I
That
see.
was
I
in the
see.
academy. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. And tell me, why did you choose it for your research topic?
Okay. My degree is a bachelor's degree in English and French. So I'm doing another research topic for my thesis, um, my final work. But right now, I'm also in this research group from university. We are a team, and we just identified this problem that our region has, because Colombia has a lot to offer in a matter of tourism and things to visit. And we receive a lot of visitors from around the world. And in this specific community, which is about 45 minutes from the city that I live in, uh, they have this amazing place with a natural reserve, which is part of the national parks of Colombia, and it needs to grow. And tourism is constantly growing in America and in Latin America, and also in Colombia, especially because after the conflict we have had and everything, things have changed, and now visitors see Colombia as a more attractive place. And yes, they are coming. And in my region, we have these special carnivals, and they are really attractive. So every year, visitors come and they go to La Cocha, which is the place this research is being carried out. And they find that the locals do not speak English, and the menus and everything they offer is just in Spanish. So yeah, we need to take that step, and we just identify that problematic, and we want to contribute to our regional economy, to our people, because the groups for tourists that are translated are just from private organizations, and they are not beneficiating the locals, which is the idea, because they, as I was telling you, they come from indigenous origins, and this area is from them. So we want to help them, and having a second language, at least in a really practical way in which they can communicate with the customer, with the visitor, is just something that would beneficiate them in many ways, I think.
And when did you start this project? Was it way back in time, many, many years ago? Or it's a new thing? Is it a new...
Actually,
Mm.
the research project with this specific community just started from last year, at the end of last year. It's been 6 months, I guess.
I see. And
Yes.
yes, and tell me about something, the feedbacks. I'm so curious about it because I understand the benefits of it, but maybe it would be different for native people there.
Okay, yeah. We first asked them if they were interested, if they recognized their own needs about having another language, and effectively they showed a really positive interest in this research project. Otherwise, it wouldn't have any sense to develop this research with them. And yeah, after identifying their own needs, they were happy to have some help from part of our university, because we have the teachers, we have the time, and we are looking forward having the resources from university to implement some materials for the design of the courses. And the courses will be just focused on really practical language they will use in their context as tourism promoters, and as customer service and everything else. But we are also classifying their needs. For example, some of them will need just speaking, other people will need a more um, advanced skill in reading or maybe writing. It depends on what
I
they
see.
are doing in their activities. So yeah, after classifying them, we can start implementing these courses. And after designing and selecting the participants that need to be in every course, because mixing them wouldn't be favorable for them.
Something just came to my mind. Out of Colombia's population, which is a little bit more than 47 million, I checked surveys and I found out that 4.2% of the population speaks English. And what could be the reason of it? Because of course we know history and it's a Spanish speaking territory. It's not a question, but could be something behind it, something more that we maybe don't see.
I think we have really strong relationships with North America. This is a country which is interested in our natural resources and to strengthen our relationships in general. So that would be one thing. But overall, I think that in this global world of ours, English
Mhm.
has become a must for everyone. It is the lingua franca of the 2021 and 2000. I wouldn't be sure about, but from I would say after the industrial revolution it became just the lingua franca, and
Mhm.
it has remained like that. So yes, that would be the reason why everybody is so interested, not just in Colombia but around the world, in learning English as a second language.
Yeah, got it. Do you speak any other languages? For example, if I'm not mistaken, only in the Nariño territory are there many, many more, of course, originally tribal languages, but I know that in your country, uh, I can mention Portuguese, Creole, and many, many more languages.
Okay, no, I have to say I don't speak the native languages, and because officially in Colombia Spanish has become the lingua everybody speaks. But yes, we have these communities which are minorities who
Mhm.
speak native languages from indigenous origins, like
And,
Quechua,
mhm.
Kamsra.
I think it's like 65 different languages. Am I right?
Yes, there
Something
are
like.
several, because these communities are everywhere, and although they are not protected as they should, and they are losing their origins, and they are just getting more and more modernized
Mhm.
because of these
I
times,
see.
they still speak their language, and they still have their culture and their manners and their costumes, everything. Yes, it is really nice. I have learned some words, but I definitely don't speak the language. Yes.
See. But it was so nice to hear it because I think it should be all over the world like that in terms of minorities. Okay, I see that we recorded 40 minutes, so I just would like to have your opinion about some more stuff. Let's say the conference. Why do you consider the establishment of a conference like this important?
Okay, I guess because everybody has addressed similar issues from their countries, and the way they addressed to these problems is very useful for us as learners, as future teachers, as um, students.
Mhm.
And in my case, languages. I need to find this really mixed and varied space to share ideas and to learn from others. And this is really an amazing initiative from Anita and from everybody who's participating, because they are opening these spaces in which not only language learners but also literary or these other fields of studies that are really interested and interrelated can participate and contribute from their fields and from their knowledge. I just love the idea of mixing, sharing, and learning from others.
Yeah. You just wrote the name Anita. Let's say Anita Santavets or Shantavets. I don't know which is the one
Me
that
neither.
she's referring. Yeah, she's the main organizer, and she's a PhD student in Budapest and a friend of us. Yeah,
Yes.
you. I think I remember your story. You met her 2 years ago in US. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
We were in a summer camp. Yes, just sharing from with, I would say, more than 50 other countries there in this
Okay.
amazing place. Yes, it was nice, and we just connected. She was
Mm,
always this nice girl, really friendly, and just very kind all the time. So yeah.
yes. Let's go back to the topic of the conference. How often do you give how often do you give a lecture at such, academic events?
I wouldn't say very often. This will
Mhm.
be my first conference in which I will participate as a presenter and organizer. Yes.
I see. I see. Is there anything that this conference, this specially organized conference, will give to you?
Okay, yes. Apart from meeting you guys, which has been amazing because the whole team is just really complete. Everybody has their own field of study and they are contributing from that part and from their own world. And apart from that, I will say the community in a global way, which is
Mhm.
expanding. And yes, everybody is just opening their idea. Is not a an American or an European thing, but now it is an international conference, and we are seeking for other participants
Mhm.
which can bring their own researches, and that way that they can participate as well in the different activities we will be launching and starting by the conference by students from for students by students. Yes.
I just really hope we can continue after this conference is done because it was such a lovely idea, and I'm also so happy and thrilled about it. So thank you very much for your answers, for your time, and please take care, and we will continue. So thank you very much.
Thank you, and have a nice and wonderful afternoon. And thank you for your thoughtful questions and for having me.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.